Hey all you MMO fans, welcome to the newest episode of Blizzplanet.com's Week of Warcraft. Now as always, I'm your host, the bearded gamer, Chris Arnone. Alright, let's get right into that weekly news roundup.
Here's the beef.
So first up this week, we're going to talk about a new experiment that Blizzard's throwing out called the Guild Mentoring Program. Now, they've done some studies, and they found that people tend to stick with playing WoW longer if they play with friends or if they befriend guilds that are already in existence in World of Warcraft. Now, what they're going to do is in 12 US realms and 2 Oceanic realms, they're going to send up one guild per faction, so one on each side. They're going to be recognized as official mentoring guilds for a period of 4 months. Now, what their job is going to be is to, sort of welcome new players, go into those starting zones, bring them into some, raids, show them the ropes of World of Warcraft, and help, introduce them and bring them into the fold a little better. And Eldorian thinks, if this is really successful, it could definitely roll out into other realms. If you want to get some more information on which realms are going to be affected by this and some other details, just check the show notes right here. So, if you got some friends who may have been thinking about playing World of Warcraft, it'd be good to, direct them toward those realms and toward those guilds so they can, help get in there a little faster and find some people to play with. Next up, a nerf is coming for the Dragon Soul raid, more commonly known as the Deathwing raid. Of course, this was the final in-game content for World of Warcraft Cataclysm, and generally in the last 2 or 3 months of any given expansion, before the new expansion comes out, they always nerf that final in-game raid. Now, of course, the whole point is if you haven't gotten around to it, if you're either really slow at playing World of Warcraft and building up, or you really suck, or you just haven't gotten there yet, this is your chance. So they're nerfing both the health of your enemies and the damage they deal by 30% across the board. So you've been having trouble trying to finish that Dragon Soul raid. Now is the time to get it done before Mists of Pandaria comes out. There is a new Recruit a Friend mount coming. Now it's called the Obsidian Nightwing. I'm just going to take a wild guess and say it's probably black. Just a guess. Anyway, but you have until July 19th to redeem your Touring Rocket mount from the Recruit a Friend program. At that point, after July 19th, Heart of the Nightwing will take over, and then it will be the Obsidian Nightwing for the Refer a Friend. Now, like the Touring Rocket, you can carry one extra person on its back, which makes sense. It's the whole Recruit a Friend. You can take your friend all around. That's kind of how that works. Now, so there's 2 ways to look at this. One, if you have the Touring Rocket, but you have another redemption, you get excited. Only a few more days, and you'll get to redeem that for a new mount. Or if there's the other way and you don't have a lot of friends, you only have a few days to make a friend and get Touring Rocket before it goes away. So, glass half empty, glass half full. Either way, you're playing World of Warcraft. How bad can it be, really? Now, it's got some great news coming out of this. Blizzard has raised $330,000 for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Now, a while back, they started auctioning off some Blade servers from World of Warcraft, old Blade servers. Now, they took these things out, took the hard drives out, put a plaque on it that said, Blizzard World of Warcraft, and said what realm it was actually, was hosting. And then they put it in a plastic casing, and a whole bunch of the Blizzard team members, they signed it. And they were auctioning off a bunch of these. And the total amount came to $330,000 raised for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Now, Eldorian actually has one of these. He bought one. He displays it very proudly in his home. You can see the picture right there. That is of his very server that he bought for that auction, which is, that's just really cool. I need to go over to his house and check that out myself. Let's talk about Blizzard and their presence at conventions. Now, earlier this week on Twitter, I made some predictions, at Beard Gamer Show, that's me, that I thought maybe Blizzard would announce a release date for World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria at Comic-Con, which is going on right now. And, Eldorian, he started debating with me that Blizzard never, ever announces release dates at conventions. It's just not something they do. Like we've said earlier, they're going to San Diego Comic-Con to sort of promote some of their art books and whatnot, but they're not going there to make an announcement. In fact, he even wrote an article about this, that in the past they have always announced their new games on a Monday through a press release. other than Diablo 3. He actually missed that one. They announced that one on Thursday. But the rest have always been on Mondays. So we have some predictions for you. Now, Eldorian, who has a much longer track record with Blizzard, he's been to, release events. He gets collector's editions of everything. I mean, it's his site, right? He predicts that they will announce the release date on July 30th. And that release date will be September 18th. Now, this is 3 weeks after Guild Wars 2 gets released. So, he's sort of bucking the conspiracy theorists that think Blizzard is trying to kill off ArenaNet. Now, personally, I actually think I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to stick with my prediction. I'm going to say they're going to announce it at Comic-Con, and I think that release date will be September 4th, so a little earlier than Eldorian is thinking. So maybe we're going to have to think of a bet between the two of us. Of course, we'll have to think of it before the end of Comic-Con, or it'll be completely invalidated, but maybe still a bet concerning when the actual release date is. So last week we asked you about this new cinematic that's going to be shown at Gamescom, and we asked you what do you want to see in the cinematic. So we got a little clip to show you of some of the best answers from last week. All right, now finally we're going to end, as we often do, with a question. So Blizzard is using this guild mentoring program to sort of build up player retention. And we want to know, what other ideas do you have to help, that same cause of getting players not only into World of Warcraft, but getting them to stick around and keep playing? Because, it's an MMO. That's kind of how it works, right? So, what has kept you playing? Is it friends? Is it, just the content? Is it people that you've met there? Or, even if they're not your friends, just the people in general? What's kept you going? What do you think would help to keep some other people in there? And, as we did last week, we will showcase your best answers on next week's show. So just throw those down in the comments right here on YouTube. And of course, while you're here at YouTube, Bearded Gamer Show, that's my show. Oh yeah, doing a giveaway right now, so you want to head over there and check that out. And of course, go to blizzplanet.com. All your news, reviews, great community, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games right there. See you guys next week.